BeFit food?
So BeFit has been my go-to over the years. I always have it in my freezer. When I don't want to eat the meals that the kids are eating, I will grab a meal out of the freezer and have that for dinner. More recently, I really wanted to focus on getting the weight off. Over the last 12 years, I've put on about 20 kilos and I've tried everything, and I got really serious about getting the weight off about this time last year. Started strength training, started HRT, and really added BeFit food in as another tool to help me hit my macros and hit my protein goals for the day. So it has definitely helped to shift those last few kilos that I've been really focusing on.
You talk about 13 years ago, and what happened 13 years ago?
Babies.
What?
I know you can only use the baby weight thing for a few years, but 12 years on, I was still trying to get the baby weight off. And then I hit my 40s and perimenopause hit me like a brick, and I put on weight out of nowhere.
Tell me a little bit about the symptoms and what you're experiencing.
The classic symptoms that everybody talks about, the frozen arm. I was napping through the day, which I don't nap. I normally fit so much in through my day. I was always tired. I stopped going to the gym. I just had no energy to lift weights. I was tired. I was hormonal. Like every classic symptom that is talked about, I knew I had.
And how do you think BeFit food helped with actually getting your weight back on track?
For me, BeFit food it's the low carb, it's the portion control. I was always dipping into the kids' leftovers before throwing them in the bin. So it really kept my portions in control. And hitting my protein targets, I know I need to hit about 100 grams of protein a day. Each meal has about 25 grams of protein. So I know 3 meals plus my protein shake hits my 100 grams of protein per day. So it removes the decision fatigue.
So you're a busy mum, you've got 2 kids, you work a full-time corporate job and your husband works full-time. How does BeFit work in your lifestyle?
Yeah, life is busy. They are my go-to when I haven't food prepped for the day. I leave home for the office about 6:15 each morning. I get my lunch out of the freezer, my breakfast. When I get to work, I pop my breakfast in the microwave, so that's ready for the day. The days that I'm working from home and I'm in back-to-back meetings and I haven't really thought about lunch, I just get it out of the freezer, pop it in the air fryer, and in less than 10 minutes I've got lunch ready to go. And it fills me up too. It's good.
So what program did you use with BeFit food?
So most recently I went on the metabolism 14-day reset, and that was great. I had the 3 meals a day plus the 2 snacks, and I really try to have that 4 to 5 hours between meals. So really those 3 meals a day are filling, and I find that's all I need.
So what are your favourite meals? What does a day on a plate look like for you?
My breakfast would have to be the bean and feta bowl. I pop it in the frying pan and I make it like a shakshuka, and then I add a bit of baby spinach to that and have that in a bowl, and that is so delicious. And then my go-to all-time favourite lunch is the lasagna. Love that in the air fryer when it's crispy, and then I just have a little bit of a side salad with that. So that's my go-to lunch. And then dinner, I would say the chicken curry. Again, I'll pop that in the frying pan with just a bit of a side salad. Yeah, they're my all-time faves, but I'll have to say the lasagna out of those 3 is my absolute favourite.
We all feel like sweet things sometimes. So what's your go-to protein snack from our range?
Love the protein balls. I don't have a favourite flavour, but I love that I can have them in my handbag or in my work bag as my go-to through the day. So most days I will have one in my handbag, or I'll have it in the car on the way to dropping off kids football or kids soccer. So definitely the protein balls.
So you've been a long-term customer of BeFit food. Tell me, what have been your results over the years?
So I have been a BeFit food customer for about 7 years, About 12 months ago, I got really serious about my health. Whilst it has helped in the past, I really didn't focus on lifestyle to support the changes I wanted to make. So 12 months ago, I got really serious and I started to make significant lifestyle changes. Going to the gym, strength training 3 times a week, really focusing on getting my steps, my 10,000 steps a day, getting my supplements under control as well, taking my magnesium every night, etc. And then adding in BeFit food as another tool to help me hit my macros every day, hit my protein goal, and it's giving me that metabolism reset to keep going. I'm now on maintenance. In total, I've lost about 14 kilos. I've got about another 7 to go. I now have BeFit food in my freezer. As my go-to, I try to food prep on a Sunday, but for those days where I haven't prepped or I've cooked something for the family that I don't want to eat, it's my go-to.
You've had remarkable results. However, what would you say to someone who's thinking about starting BeFit food?
Thank you, Kate. I'm very proud of the results I've had so far. I think just start. I think we all look at these things as a diet, and it's not. Whilst you are on BeFit food for 2 weeks and it supports to really shift mindset, shift some of those behaviours, it's long term. It's about the maintenance beyond BeFit food. It's about how you use BeFit food long term, keeping it in your freezer, dipping into it when you need it. But certainly we know that it's longer than just that 2-week period. It's that long-term lifestyle changes and, you know, strength training, all those things, but one habit at a time, because we get overwhelmed if we take on everything at once. So one habit at a time, and then really those habits, for me, that's how they stick long term.
That's amazing.